Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations to another wonderful episode of Snack and Flick. Shit.
Snack and Flick.
Wrong.
Really?
Wrong podcast, wrong well, not wrong co-host completely because one of them is here. And the wrong night. What the hell?
Where's your mind at?
I don't know where my mind is at. My mind has been off all day. I do apologize, for that. That was a total fuck.
Look,
But
anyway.
anyway.
Like I got the K in the background. Like what the
She like, excuse me.
Someone has a birthday and start acting different. That's the problem.
Wow.
Someone had a birthday and started acting different.
I'm getting older. That's what happened.
Oh, that's you want to blame it on age?
Terrible.
That's the big 3-8. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Royal. No tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen, even though that is a fucking tagline. But whatever. Anyway.
Hey, everybody, mama, daddy, cousins, and aunties and them. It's your girl, Chase. It's C. Hayes, no matter how you say it, as long as the flavor stays in your mouth.
And it's your boy, Hub Deucer, from behind the camera, in front of the camera. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say... I thought you were no longer... No, I thought you were going to say Hub Deucer from behind the camera and behind somebody else.
You know what? I don't know. I got to figure one out.
No. Why'd you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I don't know, but I'll figure something out. One day.
I liked it, though. I liked it.
Snacking crack? Really?
Gotta
be horse.
I fucked up. All right, so no matter where you're watching us from, come on over to YouTube so we can all see all the comments in one place. Anyway, let's start things off as we usually do with our position of the week, presented by yours truly. This one is called the straddle scissors. This position is where, of course, the receiver lays on their back lays on their side, and the penetrator straddles the leg and can either lean back, lean forward, whatever you want. But also, I specifically chose this one because it allows you easy access to clitoral stimulation. And it should be pretty easy to do. A lot of the contortion should only be on the penetrator's portion, not necessarily the receiver. So, what do you guys think of this position?
I'm actually good with it. I like the one with the man on top. Only because I feel like it's because it showed one with the woman on top as well. So I like the one with the man on top, only because, like you said, Trey, it is really good for clitoral stimulation, and he can like get where I need him to be. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, I like it better with the man on top. It's easier to plug in.
Man,
See, that's that. You ain't running nowhere.
just listen.
It's easier to plug in. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, I'm not even trying to run, sir. Do what you do.
Yeah. I actually had to ask somebody if we even did this. They were like, yeah, if I like moved your leg a certain way, we definitely were doing it. So I was like, okay, so this is plus size approved. So
yes, plus size approved.
Yep. You can move the fupa out the way. You know what I'm saying? You can see titties bouncing, all that.
Yeah, because listen, I'll tell you this one. I couldn't do this on top because I've accidentally kicked the dick before. And so, listen, okay. So back in my day, story time. So back in my days of being a young whore mistress, I was
wait. Say that word again.
Mind your business. Anyway, so but this is when I had a boyfriend at the time, whatever, and because I didn't get the grant and enough money from FAFSA to stay on campus, I had to bum it in my friend's room and had to steal a mattress. It was a whole lot of any which way. So I got to stay there.
This is a very intriguing story time. Yeah. Okay, because I know you're trying to get to a point, but you talk about
there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, to the point of the scene of the crime. I had my mans laying down, whatever. I was on top, like riding like a rodeo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeehaw. This is when good knees and thighs were still in place when I was riding to completion, baby. This was the good times, right? And so I was like, "Oh, you gonna see this ass bounce from the back?" You know what I'm saying? And so I stood up and I turned around, but my foot was too low, and it was just.
Just didn't get enough clearance. She didn't get
But
the clearance right.
it wasn't an erect foot; it was just a limp foot on a erect dick, and it hurt.
Wow,
It hurt. It hurt.
Painful for
It
him.
hurt. But I made it feel better. So
Okay, real time out. Quick question, right? So, guys, if that happens, right? If your dick is accidentally assaulted, can you jump right back
what
in?
words you're saying? It was not assaulted. It was a little too low. It was just it was just like this. It was like this low. It was this low, and it was just too much going on here.
I said accidental assault. I'm not saying that you are.
Assault means there was an attack going on here.
I'm not saying that you should be arrested. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was an accidental assault on the dick, and I just want to know: can you jump back immediately from that? Is that like something where it's like I can spring back into action?
It all depends. I ain't gonna lie. It depends on how hard you hit it, and yeah.
Did you clip the balls too? That's the question.
It was just my foot was too low. My foot swung over and it was a collide. It was too low.
Was it wait.
Was it the head or like
was it your heel? Like what
it was like I was riding, I stood up, went to
was
go
your toenails done?
My foot just it was flat foot. It was a flat foot slap. It was a flat foot slap, and I sucked.
So it was the top of your foot then.
Yeah, it was the top of my foot.
Did you have a pedicure?
I was broke at the time. I was my own pedicure. Like,
I just hit him with the eagle talon. You hit him with the eagle talon.
First of all, no, I was my own pedicurist. I was in college, so I did my stuff. Okay, but it was still in me a fact of like it was just it just had a little tappy tap. I sucked it to life, and then rode it like a cowgirl.
Well, I mean, at least you soothed the ache by sucking it back to life. So I mean, I'll give you props for that.
I think he got me that because if y'all do remember, this was then the next semester. This is when he dropped me off the bed and I fell. I fell straight off a very high ass bed. So I think that was his get back. Is that
he wanted you to feel
the pain. I got some pain. You got some pain.
Yeah,
he hit you with the Mufasa. Remember when you kicked my dick?
Remember when you kicked my ass? He just March Madness. Listen, March Madness was on, and that was all that she wrote. So,
A-Wh0r3 said, "Assault is assault. You violent, fam."
Hey, some like it,
And Genocide Circus says, "I'm having the ref throw up the X." Listen, I would think because just from what I've seen from y'all, when somebody accidentally assaults the area, y'all tend to go down kind of quick. So the fact that he was able to bounce back in the first place, I give him props for that. I'm just saying.
Not wrap your toes on
back
the
in my younger days.
Oh God.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Listen, I was a bucking. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that now.
All right, so look, we got a whole nother thing. Let me go ahead and move into this. Let me move into this toy real quick. So I'm sure that several members of our audience and my fellow hosts, my male hosts, well, probably Chase too, will be glad to know that I am not. This is nothing going into anybody's butt. Okay, so there's no anal play happening here.
Finally. Let us free.
Regular toy. Okay. So and also
you've been talking about ass stuff for weeks.
Hey, listen, we were talking about prostate play. I was just going with the theme of the show. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do.
You kept bringing up prostate play.
Hey. People might want to know. People might be interested. Hey. Anyway, so this one is normal, and I have to give a shout out to Hub-Deucer because he actually brought this one to my attention. I had not found a toy yet, and he has sent me several. So this one was the one that piqued my interest the most. This is the Dolce from Lovin's. I'm not sure if I think we talked about them before.
Dolce & Gabbana?
Yeah. Dolce & Gabbana.
I just make sure. I was double checking.
Yeah, it's an expensive ass toy too. If that label is on it, yeah, prepare to pay like $4,000 for this shit. Anyway,
you joking, right? Oh, that label
does go in your ass.
No, it does not.
It does not. It does not go in your ass. Let me explain. This is a dual motor vibrational toy. It says, so the advertisement says dual motors, dual power, dual orgasms. With an adjustable neck, Dolce ensures hands-free pleasure and mind-blowing orgasms for both your clitoris and your G-spot. So this is for the girls, Trey. This is not for your ass, okay? We're not trying to stick anything up anywhere. Hey. So basically just like Lovin. So Lovin's one of the things that they pride themselves on is that they have like technology linked with their toys. So I know you guys saw a picture of the cell phone with the toy. That's because you can actually program it for your vibrations, and you can set up to 10 vibrations on this particular app, and you can enjoy your pleasure from there. You can have your settings set and get off how you're trying to get off, you understand? So again, it's adjustable, so whatever feels more comfortable for you, whatever grip you need to put in place, it's all there for you. Strong vibes, flexible necks, dual motors in the front and the back. So it's for her pleasure, not for y'all's.
Genocide Circus says I'll do something like 3 times during that scene.
Oh, he's safe. Okay, he's safe. Safe, happy, everything.
Am I echoing?
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, you are.
It's echoing from somewhere.
Herb says may have to get that for the wife. Hey, listen, I'm sure. Look, it's going on my list. Okay, this is going on my wants and shit. What the hell is that list? What's the name of the list? My wish list. There we go.
I forgot the name.
Bucket
of it.
list.
You said who list?
Fuck. Keep going.
You said bucket list. Trying to figure out.
Oh.
He's trying to figure out where the echo's coming from.
I don't know, but he's supposed to be taking us into the segment. So,
So Candace,
Okay,
what you think? What you think about the toy, Candace?
Jace. He can never say Jace. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do you forget? You know that.
So like the point is that it just go inside you and vibrate? Is that like
No.
is that like
So one end goes inside you and vibrates, the other one goes on top of the clitoris.
Right. It vibrates on your clitoris and it vibrates on your G spot simultaneously at the same damn time.
Yeah, I have 2 toys like no, I have one. I have one toy like that. And yeah, that's the bestest, especially if it's remote control.
It is remote control. And I mean, because Lovin's, all their stuff happens through the app anyway.
Not a joystick, please.
Not a joystick. Anyway, so it's controlled through the app on the phone. Also, and I did not include this, but it's good for long distances. So, I mean, if he trying to play a
So Lovin's
What's the retail
has.
price?
You said what?
So
What's the
Lovin's.
retail price?
That's a good question. Give me a sec.
What I was gonna say was, so Lovin, definitely specializes in linking their toys together. So you have a special, you buy this for your lady, you get one for you, and as you adjust or use them on each other or yourself, it functions for the other person as well.
Yes. Also, I found out that you can also link this. So, say if you are someone who listens to audiobooks and you're listening to erotica, you can link it to the erotica as well. And it will work at the same time. Whatever is happening in the story is what you're going to be getting from the toy. So, the special online price for this adjustable dual vibrator is $119. It's actually 48% off right now. So, if y'all trying to go cop it, I would say cop it now.
Hey, that's a good
Drop it in the link.
Gotcha.
Put it in the link right now.
Y'all see her face?
Put it in there. I got somebody who can take control.
Okay.
Did you say you got somebody to take control? Okay, you know what? Let me
Control.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying it could be used for special occasions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like I've abused myself enough. I think it's somebody else's turn to like do their duty. So yeah, there's that. I actually went to the store this past weekend and got myself a little treat of whatever. It's the one with the tongue attachment on it. Like it's a little. It's
Okay, wait, pause. How is that? How is that? Because I keep seeing them joints on on my social media feed and stuff. Mind your business.
So,
But
how do I explain this? It's cool. They had a rose one, and I was like, I'm trying to get away from the stereotype that roses are like the bomb.com. They had a
Mhm.
rose one, and the rose one like had its little motors, but it was like meh. Then it went meow meow. Then it meow 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 meow. And then it kept going like, higher, higher.
Mhm.
But there's a tongue, Trey. There's a tongue. There's a fake tongue there.
No, I
That's what.
got that. I
Okay.
was trying to correlate murmur to
Like
whatever the hell's going on.
the mauve, like, so it's like the slow lit, then like it
Okay.
fast and whatever. So the one that I got is like a little handheld one, and as soon as you turn it on, it's going crazy, going stupid, right? And then it has like it speeds up from there, and then it has like the flickety flick stop,
It's silly.
flickety flick stop. Then it has like the round around the clock one, you know what I'm saying? And then it has like it goes faster and then slower. And I was like, oh, that one, that's the jam. That's the jam right there.
So
But
this the thing that
that
has
one,
the little suction cup over top of
no,
your
no, no,
logo.
no, no. I did not buy a social media one. No, I went to Adam and
Okay.
Eve. I went to an actual Acclaim store.
No, like because
Um,
I wanted to describe it for the people. Like, does this one have like the plunger and the tongue inside the plunger?
no,
And
it's not that one. It's literally like a little tiny handheld one with a little tongue at the top. Like that's literally what it is. It's light pink, actually. I hate pink, but that's the only color they had.
So my
Um,
question is, does it feel? I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel like the real thing unless you're using like lube or something. I
no, of
guess.
course it doesn't feel like the real thing. I would always say to have it self lubricate or have some type of lubrication, because doing it
Mhm.
dry, I made a mistake and put the tip on the wrong part of my clit, and it hurt very much. It hurt a lot, actually. But I was just trying it. I was just like, let me see what it's hitting for. But if you lay it flat, like the tongue's just hitting flat, that shit's crazy. But
Right.
it feels really good. It feels really good. I like it. It doesn't give like the obviously if you're like really wet, it does give like a this is what a tongue feels like. And I personally, because I don't mind telling my business, I bought it for me to have what it actually feels like to have some type of muscle hit my body. Because as of right now, you guys know I'm a satisfier girl to the day I die, and that's just pulsations. So I don't use like a vibrator or whatever. It's just pulsations, just air pulsations. So that's all I have for stimulation. So I feel like because of that, I don't know what it feels like to have like actual something hit my clit. So I'm not getting there. So I bought it to help me get used to something flicking up and down for me to have a better experience and get there. So that's why we telling people you can do stuff to better your sex life. You just have to understand what you need to do to better your sex life.
Right.
So I have to get myself used to like a tongue on my clit. So there's that. But yeah, it's pretty good. And I bought myself I don't like doing them, but I bought one. I didn't buy Mighty Joe Young. Okay. I was reasonable. Little 6
Mighty Joe Young.
like I bought like a
She
6
she didn't get the
a
midget.
6 Nope, I got a 6-inch, 15 centimeter Black King. And he's cool. He's cool.
Oh, let's see.
He's cool.
A
See,
regular
I
degular,
can't.
that's
So
the
I
same.
be trying to get into the dildo thing, but I can't do it. And I think the only reason I can't is because it doesn't. And I understand it's not a real. I know it's not a real dick, but it's just like you can't match the feeling of an actual dick to me. Like if I'm gonna
No,
match,
Need that
you
pressure.
cannot. You cannot.
yeah, I'm like if I can't. So if I like, even if I'm masturbating, it's gonna be like outside stimulation all day. I
Yeah.
can't do the internal thing because I'm
I
like,
will,
this don't feel like him. I can't.
I
do-
will, yeah,
you
I
know?
will tell you, I don't like personally doing it because it's not a real thing. Like, I don't got nobody saying, bitch, sit still. Yeah, take that shit. Like, I don't got that. I just got a nigga
Shit.
in my head saying that shit, and going stupid, going crazy. Next thing you know, water. Squirt. But that's pretty much, but like,
Squirtle.
let me tell you, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody who's watching, this is our little secret. Y'all should have seen me in this damn room looking dumb as fuck with this suction cup. I will tell y'all right now, I look stupid as the fuck. I look stupid. I look stupid in this room with the suction
You
cup.
backed it up on the wall.
I try to. I don't have the
Don't
flexibility with
flex.
my arm because
Don't flex.
with a guy, I have the reach around because it's him actually pushing in, so I can find to help the guidance in. I can't fake. I can't do nothing with a fake. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't guide my man's in. So it was crazy looking. I was looking stupid. I looked like I was trying to wipe myself. It was crazy back here. Y'all don't even want to know what the on top view was. That was woo. You know how You ever do something in your room by yourself and you're like, wow, if somebody was to walk in right now, I wouldn't even be able to explain myself out of this at
You just
all.
gotta accept it. You know, hey,
You just have to accept it. It's just one of those. It's just one of those.
We lock doors around here.
We
yeah, but yeah, no. Someone got a really good video though.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Chase, real quick. So something that you said made me remember something. So I don't know if you guys follow B Condoms on Instagram. They are a Black-owned condom company. They are sold in Target. So y'all might want to do that. I'll link them. I'll link their IG.
What?
You said what?
It's a you said it's a condom.
Black-owned condom company.
B Condom. It's a Black-owned condom company.
So they sell condoms. That's it.
They sell condoms. I mean, listen, I don't have any use for them personally, but I'm trying to help y'all.
That's why I was just figuring it out. I just wanted to make sure
She's just saying
that there was
it's
something
something Black owned. That's all she's trying to get.
Listen. Hashtag support Black business. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to like anyway, the point of this was because you had said something about, you know, when you masturbate, you like there's nobody saying anything to you. So one of the posts that they had today was sexy things women want to hear in bed. Okay. So I'm gonna bounce some of these off of y'all. Well, it's not that many. So I'll just bounce these off of y'all and I just want to get y'all opinions. Like, cause I know for me, I know what did it for me. So I just want to know if, you know, if y'all are doing these things.
That's a nice audible. I like that.
I know, right? Thank you very much. So yeah. So I'm just gonna bounce some of these off of y'all, see what y'all think. Okay, so the first one, you're so wet.
That's corny. Obviously, I'm wet. We're here. Why are you telling me? Go ahead.
Obviously. Okay, you taste so good.
Yeah.
No, I need more words than that. You taste so good. I need something else.
I mean, there's more that follows.
I want seasoning. I want seasoning on it.
Seasoning? Oh, you want
some a little salt and pepper on there.
Okay. Here goes some seasoning. I love fucking you.
With the right breath, yes.
Okay. Good girl.
That's lost its flavor. It has to be a little spicy on there.
Really lost its flavor?
It's lost its flavor a little bit for me. I'm not gonna hold you.
You gonna get me with a good girl every time. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying it's lost its flavor. So, like, in order for a person to get me, it's gonna have to have some cayenne, some paprika. Gonna have to have something on there.
So they basically, you have to have your own. You have to build that communication with that person to find out what words are their trigger words.
Yes.
If you have that type of relationship where it's a good girl situation, then yeah, that's what you can whisper that to her while you in a fucking grocery store in the middle of the damn aisle, and she'd be like, "Fuck, I can't."
I'm a quiver. I'm a quiver like a bitch next to the milk.
Listen,
listen. Find your secret words. We need. Yeah, well,
like clean up in aisle 7.
Listen, bring a mop. So okay, all right. Let me do these last few because I know we got a show to get on. So
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, my bad. So number 5 was you make me so hard. Number 6
that sounds like some mayonnaise talk. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Listen, number 6 was corny to me because I feel like you shouldn't be asking me this question. You like that?
I like asking that because you don't know. Well,
I don't know. I kind of put it up there with like if I'm telling you, you know, I like when you're doing something, and then you ask me the question. Oh, you like this, and you continue to do what I'm asking you to do, then yeah, that's when I'm good with it. But I put this question up there with, did you come?
Or whose pussy is this?
Go ahead.
I'll say, or up there with whose pussy is this?
I like a whose pussy is this though. Tell me whose it is.
Oh, I'm going to tell. No. There's a difference in telling you, oh, this is mine, but you ask, the guy asking whose pussy is it.
I like that.
You like that?
No, so like well, obviously it sounds dry as hell saying it. I'll say like this pussy is yours. Obviously he's gonna say yeah. Then I'm like, then fuck me like it is. That's my shit. That make him. Oh, not the flashes. Y'all better relax. Y'all is horny on a Sunday. Oh my god. that to me is like that. Like I feel like that immediately. Y'all seen the trend on TikTok where like I don't know what anime that is, but like he just starts like it goes to me. It's Super Saiyan. Like he just goes blah. It's a trend on TikTok. It's like a filter from CapCut.
The Demon Slayer one.
Yeah, but yes, and that's what I'm like. It just goes into overdrive, like So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trey, you look like you've been trying to say something. What were you trying to say?
Always trying to say something. I was just gonna. We got to get away from the stigma that did you come is a bad thing. Now during sex, or if you just came as a dude and then you turn around, did you come? No, but you should be asking for your sexual report card. I just wanted to say that you should be
Yes,
asking,
no,
and I do.
definitely. Listen, we've already said that we are 100% for giving sexual report cards. I'm not saying that you should not inquire about your partner's, pleasure during your sexual activity. But what I'm saying is, I don't know. It's like if this is depending on the partner. So in my case, what I'm saying, we've been doing this for a while. Okay, so if you don't know what's happening, that's a whole problem for me. Like you at this point as my seasoned lover, you should know whether or not like you know my cues, you know when it's about to happen, you know when it has happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you know that none of these things have taken place during our interaction, there might be a problem.
Well, no, because I had a person I've been fucking for a long time, and he still think I be coming every time, and I ain't never came with him.
That's
You
because
know what I'm
you're
saying?
a fucking Oscar
I'm an
nominated.
Oscar baby. When I tell you, I should get a Woody for just the
Not
way
a
I
Woody.
act. Like he loves me. He really loves me.
Yeah.
And that's
I
why
ain't
they
doing
be
all
double.
that.
That's why they be doubling back. It's because he wait.
Mm.
But no, it's just it's not. I don't. Yes, you should know, but if a person is like I don't find there being an issue for asking because it may sound like I like for a person like me, it may sound like I actually did. I mean, I've enjoyed myself all the way through, and it might sound like I actually did when I did it. I just got to a point where my body just shut off. Said, "All right, bitch, you had your chance, you couldn't get there. It's over." Okay, now it just feels good. So yeah, like you're gonna just have to ask me. If you didn't ask me, I'll tell the truth. Like I don't care. Like I had to tell somebody like I couldn't feel you, even though like I could feel you, but I couldn't feel you because it was no, but not in a bad way. I couldn't feel you because it was too. It was too. It was too wet. It
Oh,
was
you mean
like
off the slip and
too.
slide?
It was too gushy, too whatever. Like it just
That happens. That
yeah. Like
happens
it's
because
too
you can't
much.
really get any friction if it's really.
Yeah, it was pouring. So like I felt pressure, but that was pretty much it. Can somebody go through the comments or whatever? I think something's going on with
Yeah.
my microphone. You guys
Okay.
go through the comments.
Out there.
Okay,
So,
sure. Go ahead.
yeah. So Jamaica says, my interest is peaked, talking about the toy. You have to be in.
Mhm.
Hunter says you have to be a part-time programmer in your phone settings to make it work. Curb says, how do you tell us to mind our biz, then tell us at the same
Shut up.
time? Hunter, when you do, it does work. What? No baby arm. Talking about Chase's new toy acquisition. Genocide Circus. Chase, did you get the Great American? Did you get the Great American Challenge? Condoms. Yeah, that's from Genocide Circus.
I'm gonna need
Depends on
y'all.
what's
I'm gonna need
happening.
y'all ban me from practice safe sex. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, look, cream
Listen,
pies.
I just why I keep one person. I just keep one person on lock because I hate condoms. It's just,
Listen, and
Nobody likes
I
condoms.
understand that's nobody likes condoms. However, until you get that one person that you are at least a regular fuck buddy with, I'm gonna need y'all to put some condoms on. Okay, I'm just saying.
that's
Please.
why I said I have made it these 30 years being covered by his blessings for the way that I have acted in my life.
Your facial
I feel like
expressions,
at
sir.
30, I have ran out. I cannot act up no more. So now it is just I'm a one woman man. Okay, that's all.
Mhm.
So also they say Jamaica says depends on what's happening when that good girl is said. Haunter says there's definitely a lot of women who like good girl. And Genocide Circus, what about its high noon? Fucking asshole. Now this one I
Swear
like.
to God.
Jamaica says if I'm larynx deep with dick, then I'm definitely up for a good girl, or that's my girl.
Hey, okay, the praise. I need it. I need
Yeah.
it.
Chase has an echo. We can yell boom shakalaka is dingling time.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut
Yeah. Also, oh, who you showing off? God damn it, that's a good one. Who you showing off for? Initiates the performer, perfectionist. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I
Well,
feel that.
speaking of acting out and performing and you know doing what you got to do, I just had a birthday. We all know this by now. Shit.
Yes, we all know this.
Yes, we
And
know.
I also had a vacation. So we wanted to toy around with the idea of birthday sex versus vacation sex. I had a combination of both, so I'm happy either way. Um, so we wanted to do this, but I really don't know how to break this down. Like, what would be the differences between birthday sex and vacation sex?
All depends.
Anyway,
So, birthday sex is usually that special act or something special they do for you for your birthday, and vacation sex is that we're not at home, we're away from everything, it's just us. We can get as nasty and as dirty and as loud as we want to.
Ding, ding, fucking ding. Okay, I'm sorry. I while birthday sex is great, I am 100% for vacation sex. 100% for it. Only because I don't have to be quiet, okay? I don't have to conform to the fact that I have children in the house and I am not trying to traumatize them at all. I don't have to do any of that. Nobody's
you
here
don't
but me.
care on a regular basis.
Shut up, I do care. It's him that does not care, okay? It's not me. It's not me.
It's all
It's
me.
not
It's
me.
all me. I no lies.
It's not me. But yeah, but facts. So yeah, 100% vacation sex. Vacation sex has my vote. Please continue. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I agree. You can do a lot of different things. You can be loud. You can be ignorant. You can have people calling noise complaints on you, depending on what you're doing. But you can do that on your birthday too. I mean, just don't give a fuck about the people around you. That's all. Like, I'm not holding back. I'm having my fun.
Eh, again,
Eh,
Then again, I am in a roommate situation, so
what to say?
I'm a little respectful. Like when ain't nobody in this motherfucker. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, because there's nobody there. But you know,
There's nobody there. But I don't give a fuck about my neighbors. I can give a fuck. Like whoever lives underneath me probably hates me.
Let me tell you what, when we were living in our old house in the condo, I'm pretty sure the neighbors knew his name before they met him. So yeah, just
yep, you know it.
Jamaica Epps on Facebook says, vacation sex is greater than birthday sex because you still look motherfuckers in the face when you leave the room. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'll
Okay,
say this.
Tamika.
Don't go on vacation trying to just pop up anal on somebody as a surprise. You got to prepare for that shit.
That is
So
not a surprise. No, that
No,
is a
no,
buildup.
God
You
no.
don't
some
surprise
some
nobody
some
with anal.
some,
you
some
you do
women,
that
some
you
women.
do that in the comfort of someone's home where they're comfortable at least.
But
Listen, I need
I've experienced a situation in my past where I want to try this. Like did you
how do
take the
you
proper steps?
how do you just say happy birthday, surprise, here's anal? Like what the fuck? No. There has to be a buildup. There has
Because
to
they
be a
ain't had no
buildup.
kinkazoid in their life. They ain't had nobody inform them that you gotta clean that motherfucker out before you start having somebody clean that motherfucker out.
It's not even about cleaning it out. It's about the fact that you're supposed to train. It's you're supposed to train that muscle. Okay. It is a muscle. It requires training. You can't just go in there and decide I'm going to put a fucking baby arm up my ass. You cannot do that. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Okay, please continue. We were talking about a whole nother thing. My bad. I said no anal conversation today. You brought it up, Trey. It wasn't me, it was you. Okay, it was
Look,
you.
I had to make sure everybody knew. I had to make
what
sure I was
what is
covering all the
what
bases.
is this genocide circus comment?
Birthday sex is Mr. Coke and Poke. Choke and Poke. Vacation sex is Mr. Puff and Stuff. Okay. And Herbito's
Wait a minute.
Way says vacation sex is awesome. I'm trying to spoil her, feed her, get her drunk, and fuck on the balcony.
Yes,
Yes.
balcony. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Balcony sex.
Good job, sir. Good job. Good
I
job.
have yet to have balcony sex. Where's my list?
Honestly, I don't think we haven't either. So we need to put that on the list. Like for our
Cruise,
next vacation, that needs to be a
cruise,
thing.
cruise.
Oh, that's right. We are going on a cruise. Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad.
Wait, y'all got balconies on cruises?
Yes.
There are balconies on cruises.
I need to find my fucking list. All right.
Yeah, we're going for his birthday next year. So all who, so yeah, we'll put that in
For the big
yeah.
4-0.
Yeah. I'm always doing something for your big birthdays. We went to Vegas for your 30th. Now we going on a cruise for the 40th.
Thank God y'all had a room in a whole different hotel on the other side of the motherfucking city.
That's a
Yeah. Yeah. we was not gonna be listening to that for all the whole
It
week.
wasn't that, but first of all, we was in the same hotel. We was in the same hotel. We just happened to be on different. I think we were on different floors. Were we
Yes,
on
we
different
were on
floors?
different floors.
We were on
That's how
different.
shows how much I knew because I was just like, they gone, good, because we don't need to hear that shit. Happy birthday, homie. Get yours, but stay the fuck over there.
Wow, I'm really not that bad. Anyway, go ahead. Nope. Shut up, Trey.
I didn't say anything.
I was gonna
Writing my
say,
notes.
I mean, I do have a story if you want to talk about you being loud, because you sure enough are.
By all means, you were
Please,
the light.
please don't. Please, what's the story?
You already know the
I'm
one.
confused. You talking about the one with your mama?
Yes.
I think everybody
you told
knows
that
that
here
story
before.
already.
I don't know if they heard it, but I know I've
Well, you
said
got to
it.
clarify now because all you said the story with your mama.
So,
This people get
so what
confused.
happened was, we were getting it in back when, as you call it, the homosexual. I was living in my mom's basement. My mom had a 3-story house. She was on the top floor in her bed asleep, and I got a phone call that somebody was being a little too loud. And then the next morning, when she actually saw her, looked her in the face,
And
that's when
so our relationship was never going to be the same again. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, moving on. All right, we've told my traumatizing story. Chase, birthday sex or vacation sex?
You're muted.
she's muted.
You are muted.
She knows.
No.
You know you're muted.
Yes, I know I'm muted. I've only had one really good birthday sex experience. I've never had vacation sex. So
Oh, you're so deprived,
I'm
child.
and this is why I'm moving. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty indifferent on it. So I would like to get it anywhere I can at any point in time. Don't give a fuck about the special occasion, but I think vacation sex would be a lot different because you're somewhere else. Like you're experiencing different things, you're having a good time. I mean, you only have one point to go to, which is your hotel room or, suite, Airbnb or whatever. And now you don't even have to wait to get a hotel. You could get like a whole Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? To avoid that noisy thing, but just they cost too much. So yeah.
They cost too much, and I think Airbnbs be tripping. Like honestly, like I've seen some Airbnb horror stories, so I think I'm just going to stick to my Hilton, Marriott, you know, Best Western of it all. I don't know shit anywhere other than the Airbnb. Shit, what was I going to say? So real quick. So what I was thinking about, right, is that so with vacation sex, when you go out of town and everything, I think honestly, because you know how people are always trying to spice up their love life and stuff, but I think it would be really like one of those things that would really send me over the edge is like to do like a role play type of situation where like we are off in this foreign wherever we are, like any type of area outside of our normal area. Like I want you to push up on me like I'm a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like and take me back to your hotel room type of shit. I think that would be dope. That's just me. That's just me personally.
Role play, you get to see his game skills in action, see what kind of words he can spit out to you.
That's definitely the place to do it.
Now you
It
know
is.
some people are out of touch, especially people who've been together for years.
Yeah.
I need you to brush up on some of your stuff, okay? Just brush up on it a little bit. I'm gonna need you to write that down because next time we go on vacation, I'm gonna need you to do that. Thanks.
I hear you. So the haunter in the comments. Go ahead, Trey.
You started talking about something the haunter said.
So what he says, because he wants to go back to he was going back to the anal conversation. I just realized black women want to be warned about anal sex, while their white counterparts in his life love to be surprised.
That's because when they were younger, some of them, they get away with having sex by only having anal, so their ass is already trained. Black girls wasn't giving them no booty. They was either fucking you or they wasn't. White girls giving up that ass. That ass. Yeah.
And like we actually eat real good seasoned thick food too. So you can't be surprising us with a surprise back there because we don't our body ain't gonna know how to handle that shit. They're used to passing air while we got
So. She said they used to passing air. Okay. All right.
Genocide Circus says vacation convention sex has your hotel neighbors not making eye contact the next day at the elevator. Her bridges balcony sex while out to sea. They can't see you, but they can hear you. Let's see. Haunter balcony sex was overrated. Wind was blowing too hard on my encounter. Shit got cold quick. Facts. After Glitter says vacation. Uh, Jamaica F. I had neither, but a girl can dream and hope. And Genocide said nobody remembers my birthday, so vacation sex it is. Good for you, I guess. Or you can tell everybody your birthday right now.
Or
So
bad for you? Oh no. Okay. All right.
yeah. All
I
right.
also
So
had one time I was in a room, I was in a hotel, and we was knocking against that wall real hard, and all you hear was do 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 do, and I was like, not Trey Songz, this is crazy. But I had already left the hotel for like the weekend, and he was checking out, and he saw the dude, like he was walking out the room, the dude was walking into the room at the same time, and he just looked at him, and he looked at him, and he just laughed and kept. And I was like, I was so glad I wasn't there for that embarrassing moment. I would have been scorned.
I would have been mortified. Like
That's a high five moment for me.
100% cringe moment for me. Just
There you go.
So, but speaking of vacations, so we've had an uptake in social media conversations based around one group of gentlemen who are not making the rest of us look good. Don't oh my God me now.
I did that.
We're gonna talk about it. Talk about none other than the passport, but stop stepping on my transitions.
I did.
We talking about none other than the passport boys. If you're not familiar with that, these are a group of gentlemen who actively they opt to go out of the states to date other women because it's easier, it's more convenient, it's cheaper, and they are better options. These are things that they said. These are not the opinions of one Trey Proper, so don't fucking come at me about it. Yeah, I got to make that disclaimer because as soon as I start talking, you toxic anyway. So these guys, yeah, they go find love outside the United States because they don't want to deal with the standards that they have to deal with here in the States with women. And I'm not going to say it's predominantly black or white or whatever. There are men out there that do it. But where my stance on the situation is, people have been doing this for years. We've literally had mail order brides. We've got TV shows where women are going out of the country to go marry men from lesser third world countries, men and women. So the big uproar about passport dudes, I don't get it. Like they've been doing it, women been doing it, people gonna keep doing it. Go ahead.
I can talk now.
Go ahead.
Am I good?
Yes, now
you sure?
You're good.
It's okay for me to say stuff now?
That's why I said go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right, just had to make sure I wasn't stepping on a transition or nothing like that. Anyway, so so here's the thing. Okay, in my opinion, I don't think when people's issues, because I'll say this, I did have an issue with the whole passport bro situation as well. But the reason why I had an issue was because just like those fucking incels that start to date women outside of their race, they cannot seem to stop talking about Black women. That is my whole problem with the ones who seem to have a platform, who decide that they want to go online and start talking shit about Black women because all of a sudden they're going overseas and, oh, well, this woman does X, Y, and Z for me and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, the problem is, you can't tell me specifically, if you can't tell me specifically why you like this certain type of woman or whatever the case may be, or you can't talk about you liking this certain type of woman without making a disparaging comment about Black women, then that's where my issue comes in. That's where the problem lies. And that's when I have an issue with you and I need you to shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, that's why I have a problem. Other than that, you can carry your ass on and have sex with whoever you want to have sex with, date whoever you want to date, marry who you want to marry. I do not give a fuck. The problem that I have is when you start shit talking Black women. That's it. That's all. If you could shut the fuck up about Black women, I wouldn't give a fuck about what you're doing. None of us would care at all. Like you said, Trey, there are shows and just regular people going overseas to find love or whatever the case may be. Shit, they have a dating show now about 3 or 4 American women who went to Paris to find love. It happens. It happens with everybody. But the difference is They're not shit talking anybody. They're not saying nothing about American men. They're like, hey, I love Paris. I love Parisian men. I love to be around the culture and da 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 da. Da. Nobody is shit talking or downplaying anybody. Nobody.
That's where we have our disagreement, because there are constant examples of women, not just black women, talking down about men in general, and they've been doing it for years. I'm not saying they don't have valid statements to make. I'm not saying the things that they're saying are not true, but these things, what my point is, it happens on both sides. The minute voices that are macro because they have platforms, them motherfuckers don't count. Them motherfuckers, they talking shit, they popping shit. If you I watch a lot of Red Pill content, and a lot of these guys are at each other's throats right now because there's no de facto leader in their whole setup. So every time somebody does something, somebody wants to call them a simp or call out, oh, you actually did date a single mom. Shit like that is going on right now because they're fucking idiots. They're stupid as fuck, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time. So I just say ignore them like we do. We ignore the negatives that come out of some women's mouths. We he ain't shit. He got that. Da, da, da. All right, okay. That's what we do 9 times out of 10. But
Right.
when men do it, it turns into oh my god, it's an epidemic of passport bros. No, most of us are broke. Most of us ain't got money. We ain't got jobs. We can't go out of the country. We can't afford to do so. So we shut the fuck up. That small minority, ignore the motherfuckers. That's my whole point.
So this is why it's very hard to ignore them, because again, like you said, these motherfuckers have a platform. Even if you say that there's a minority, this minority is the ones that are speaking the loudest, and then you have the rest of these red pill assholes who come right behind them to say, "Oh yeah, black women ain't this, black women ain't do this, black women da 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 da. They got too much attitude, they not submissive, they blah 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 blah." That is where it becomes a problem because it's a recurring thing. I mean, black women are one of the most attacked populaces in the entire world. Like honestly, we are the ones who are the most talked about. We are the ones who are always brought down, and it's not just black men doing it. I mean, like people, it's like I swear every single day I see something on my FYP where it's just like attack black girl day all the time. And it's like we can't do anything to uplift ourselves because there are too many people that are attacking us and trying to bring us down whenever we try to establish ourselves in some type of way. And it hurts the most when it comes from your own men.
Yeah.
That is where the problem lies, and that's why it's so hard for us to ignore, because a lot of times, and I'm saying it's probably, I'm not even going to say it happens less now, but I feel like, in my opinion, that's a lot of the reason why some black women, I'm not going to say all because I'm not included in that at all, but there are some black women who are turning their backs on black men because of it.
So, and that's where I think there's an issue, because if you first off, they have platforms. Yes, they have platforms. That means they are there because they're getting money based on their views. If you look at some of these guys' analytics, it's mainly women. Like let's go back to the perfect example, Kevin Samuels. He started off talking to dudes. He started off trying to help dudes, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then more women came in while this whole quote unquote man bashing was going on. Then he said, okay, now I'm gonna focus on y'all. And because he had more women watching, that's where shit blew up. So if everybody, not just y'all, I'm not gonna put the onus of the responsibility on y'all, but if everybody started to ignore this shit, it would die out. They would go back to the barbershops, they would go back to the basketball courts, they would say their shit behind the scenes. It'd be some hotep motherfucker standing on the soapbox in Times Square with a microphone. And that would be the best that he could get because nobody would watch that shit. Nobody would pay attention to it. So just like there are people who get canceled, y'all really the best way to cancel somebody is to not give them attention. Because the vast majority of us want to be with black women, want to have love, want to have families, want to have commitment, want to have loyalty and monogamy. Not all of us want to do that, regardless of our financial situation. So that's my suggestion. That's how I would resolve the issue of the red pill and ultimately the passport boys.
I'm a national passport bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I be seeking men in other states, okay? Because I'm tired of these men in my state.
You need a
So
passport for that.
I be seeking men in other states. I be putting my map in these dating apps, in different states, and I be swiping through those motherfuckers like I ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, it's like a video game for me. All right.
Hey, somebody say
So
that's the best thing to do, to look for
okay,
somebody outside
to
your state.
look for somebody, I be going and putting my GPS location in Atlanta. I'll be putting in Tallahassee and Tampa. I put in Houston. I'll be putting North Carolina. I'll be putting it everywhere I would like to go, and I'll be putting it there, and I'll be sourcing because Massachusetts is just not. It's just not for me, bro. It's just not for me. But I'm sorry if I'm echoing, but it's just I think that this isn't abnormal. Like I just said, this is what I do, right? It's just I'm not going over to Nigeria, Kenya, Zimbabwe to look for a man over there. You feel? Because I ain't got no business in Europe. To look for a man there. Like you feel what I'm saying? I'm just doing it in the States. I'm sourcing for these men in the States. I'm just doing it from the comfort of my home instead of flying out, wasting my miles and my money and stuff. And I'm just doing it in my bed on my phone with the comfort. So I don't think they're doing anything that people naturally do not do. You feel what I'm saying? I think maybe the way they're talking about it and the way they're presenting it may come off a little bit grungy and more like and cringy. But other than that, they're doing something that everybody does, you know? And not for nothing, just in the same way that they're talking about the disgust or the hatred of Black women is the same way I'm talking about the disgust and the hatred of men in Massachusetts. Oh, well, why are you moving to Georgia? Because men in Massachusetts suck. That has nothing to do with the question, but that's one of the reasons, right? You know, so it's not my top reason. It's maybe like out of my top Billboard 40, it's probably like 39, but it's just one of those things where like it's a reason, you know? So I can't fault somebody on something that I do myself, but I just might not do it in the most fucked up way ever. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think there's anything wrong with what they do. If that's what they want to do with their money and their air mileage and whatever, do your thing, bro. If you want to fly over a whole ass continent and some countries to go find somebody who will do something strange for a little bit of change of 40 American dollars, but then swear up and down that women over here are sluts and whores when they would do a lot more for a lot less, sure. talk your talk, fam. The red light district exists. So I mean, if that's what you want to come from and say that, then go. All these women with these Western ideas and values and blah 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 blah. If you say you want someone that you want to control and tell you when and where they cannot go, shit, speak, eat, and whatever, just say that, bro. Ain't nobody mad at you. I'm sure somebody's parents is still trying to marry them off. If that's what you want, hook them up. There is nothing wrong with anybody wanting to do anything that is available out there in the world. But if you choose to be that person and people call you a shithead for it, don't get mad at it. That's just pretty much how I look at it.
I agree.
I like it. I like it.
Can't argue that.
There was a story. I'm gonna pass this over to you.
Okay.
Just be ready. There's a story that happened along these lines. I don't know the details, which is why I'm handing it off to my co-host above me. But yeah, one of these guys got into a situation. Can you tell us about it?
Okay, so as Shay said, if you want to use your money however you want to use your money, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine with us. You do what you want to do. However, make sure you have the money to bring your Black ass back home. You understand? So here's the situation. So one of the passport bros decided that he wanted to take a trip to the DR to go find him a woman. Absolutely fine, right? Herein lies the problem. So that situation did not work out for him, and he ended up missing his flight back. Now it was $100, right? $100 charge for him to catch the night flight out. Bro did not have the money to be able to make it back to the States. He was flying Spirit. You understand me? He was flying Spirit Airlines and did not have the $100 to get back on the flight home. Made TikToks about it. He said that he was running out of food, running out of water. So you starving. You don't have the $100 to make the return flight. And then he started, he not necessarily, he didn't start a GoFundMe, but he was asking people to send him donations to his Cash App.
He was asking his followers to send him money.
His followers to send him donations for Cash App. First of all, rule number 1 Okay. Rule number one of traveling: don't go anywhere that you can't come home from. You understand? If you don't have the money to make it back stateside, then that means that you really don't need to fucking go anywhere. Period. Period. That and
I also
the
have a follow-up question
yes.
and statement about this. When people get stuck in these situations, right? I always try to figure it out. I'm a one-way hoe, meaning I don't got enough money for a round trip ticket. I got enough money to buy one way this week, and then 2 weeks later, buy my way back,
I was about to say
right?
when that
When the
paycheck
paycheck
hit, you got
hit,
the money
that's
for
when
your
I buy my way back, right?
Mhm.
So, how are y'all going on these flights or
What?
on these
They sent
trips
you the money.
or like how are y'all going on these things and getting stuck somewhere where the person has a flight back but you don't? So even if somebody is flying you out, they gotta fly you back. So why are you guys accepting a fly out that doesn't have a return ticket? And if it does have a return ticket, what you're supposed to do is call the airline and have it switch over to your name. Or if you are saying, oh, they're going to fly me out, buy your return ticket back.
How about
At
that?
least
Wait, he
buy
got flown out?
back, huh?
No, he didn't
No,
know. He flew himself out.
he flew
But she
himself
just
Even
said
out.
myself
that
out,
in
I'm
general.
saying in general standpoint because I've heard men and women get stuck in this situation. If they're flying you out, you make sure them tickets is in your name or switch it over to your name. Or if they're only flying you there, make sure your ticket is in your name flying back, fam. Like, I don't understand how you guys put yourself in these situations and don't have nothing coming back. Like, and how you go somewhere without some money. Now, have I done that before? Yes, but I was with friends and I had money in my bank account, just not enough, but I made it through. Okay. But the point is that you're supposed to anywhere you go, you're supposed to have money. If you and even if it's the smallest occasion of a date, make sure you're able to pay for your food to be out and go on about your business. Never go nowhere where you're insufficiently sitting there looking stupid. Like that's the part I just don't get. That's like this what I don't understand. I'm always gonna make sure I'm secured.
So what? More than likely, he went over there because he was trying to get some pussy. That's
Mm,
what it is. He was
definitely.
trying to get some pussy. He probably spent most of his money on the pussy that he was getting over there
Uh huh.
He wants to
because
go
whatever
back.
reason.
He wants to
He,
go back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was
Apologies.
reading it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he probably got his next paycheck. But I'll say this, and it's not really a good excuse, but putting my young man hat on, pussy is a hell of a drug. Like shit, I'm going. I'm gonna go get me some. That's probably the mindset that guy was in. It's stupid. You learn better as you get older, not to do stupid shit like that. But even in my when I was a homosexual, shit, you got to check your gas tank. Can I make it these 20 miles to Shorty house
Yeah.
and make
Yeah.
it home? And this is before Cash App was a thing. So what? No, can't nobody send me no money. Somebody had to come get my ass
Yep.
if I broke the fuck down. So
Yep.
no, you have to be a good threat cost analysis generator. Like, you got to figure out, can I make this trip? Can I make it to work next week? No pussy this week because I gotta go to work. I need
Look,
my gas in my tank. I'm not going to Florida. I could have how many times I've been offered to go with friends to go to Florida and go fuck around. Hell, go to DR and go fuck around. I ain't got money for that.
listen.
No, I'm not going.
But
That's it.
anywhere
I
you go,
don't
you
have the
can
money
have
to go
money
back. I'm
for it.
not
That's
going
my thing.
nowhere.
Like anywhere you go, you can have money for it. You just have to know what's best for you. You can't like if everybody's trying to go to this expensive restaurant, be like, all right, cool. And just sit there and chill. Like y'all can order this expensive food if y'all want to. But I know that there's somewhere around here that I could probably get a little something cheaper and eat or whatever may have you. Like I'm the type of person where even if I'm on my brokest days, I'm gonna go and just enjoy myself. You aren't gonna share your food with me or whatever. I'm just here for the camaraderie. I'm here for the fun. I'm here for being with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm going somewhere and I'm getting flown out or I'm meeting up with a dude or whatever the case, or I'm flying myself out. Now, if he flew himself out and didn't have a guarantee back, that was just dumb. I'm sorry. That was just dumb. How you fly yourself there but then fly yourself back?
It was dumb, but here's my problem, right? So, like you said, even if you only buy the one-way ticket, you buy your one-way ticket, right? But you go with the plan that okay, I know my paycheck is going to hit, or I know I'm gonna have some money when when it's time for me to come back, so I can book my return flight. You have to go with a plan in mind to say, oh, how the fuck am I going to get home? Because I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I'm just going to be sitting there short and stranded and starving. Like
And,
that is absolutely no
and not for nothing, if you couldn't buy a flight, fam, there's a bus. Somebody got a bus.
not from the DR.
There's no
Not
bus
from
from
the
the
DR.
DR.
Oh, I'm sorry. You was in the DR. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. My apologies. Your apologies.
So
But I'm
real
just
quick,
saying, like, there's a way, and like that's scary if you're in another country too. If you're in
It
another
is.
country, you can't like that's
And you don't
terrifying
speak
because you don't. And if you don't speak,
don't
if you
speak the
don't speak
language.
the primary language, I mean, you could probably put yourself in a bad situation. Yeah.
his dumbass should never have gone. It's that simple. But checking out the comments on YouTube because I think that's the only place we got him. Yep. Jamaica says, sad thing is everybody has a platform and not everyone needs one. Many are those soapbox yelling at the wall, and instead of folks scrolling past, ignoring them, they have a need to respond. Genocide Circus Chase got bros. Chase got bros. Chase got bros in different area.
Yeah.
Area.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
know that.
Bros.
Chase try
Bros.
using Bumble when you're in the area in an area that's comfortable.
Bumble snap.
Woo Kenya from Haunter, Jamaica. That's the thing, like Trace said, people have been doing this for years. It's just that now, like every other topic, because of social media and the things done in the dark are coming to light. So yeah, facts. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Like seriously, you're mad about these password bros, but most of them are statistically going to end up stripped naked, dead in a ditch. I mean, I'm not going. Yeah. And Dugin, okay. Bro was a dumbass. They did. He made it back and now wants to go back. Let him fucking go back. He's not gonna. He's
Wait,
probably
wait,
gonna
look
end
at
up
this.
getting shot instead.
Can y'all see my phone?
Yes.
Can you see this? Can you see this? The Bama is going back to the DR.
Put that in the Discord
Cheesy,
so we can look
Cheesy
at
just
and
sent me
laugh.
this. I'm gonna send it in our Discord. He going back to the
All
DR.
right. Bet. Just have your job send you there.
Everybody's job,
A round trip
does
ticket
stuff
costs
like that.
less than a one day.
It
One
does,
way.
One way.
It
but
does. It
you
does.
don't have the money for it. Like I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be booking a trip to Mexico right now, but I don't have $800 right now. Like I do, but I don't have $800 willingly at
Not
disposal.
willingly.
Right
Just
right now. You know what I'm
willingly
saying?
have $800.
And because of Lizzo, I accidentally was after paying the fuck out of some shit, and they won't allow me to use
All that damn
Afterpay
getting. All
no
that damn
more.
getting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much. So I gotta sign up for like Klarna now in order to like do so if not, I'm gonna have to buy it that way. I gotta buy one ticket one way and then I gotta wait to buy the ticket back. And unfortunately it is what it is, but I'm gonna have to buy it like that because that's what it is. And like I gotta worry about like the resort that I'm staying in too. So it's certain things that you have to be able to save up to like just like they're going on a cruise next year. You gotta save up to have like a really nice room with a balcony. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's why I know Trey was like, there's a balcony? Yeah, because I'm sleeping in the water with the fishes, fam. I'm not paying for no balcony. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sleep in the midnight black dark. You know what I'm saying? In order to still have a good time. You feel me? So it is what it is.
I need that balcony.
That
Just
means we will see you
Oh,
next year.
you said what?
You will be seen on that cruise next year.
Oh, I'm invited.
why wouldn't you be invited?
Nigga, you just said y'all was going for
Cruise you
y'all
talking
for his
about?
birthday. Why would
For
I
his
my
invite
birthday.
for my
It's for
40th.
his 40th birthday. Why wouldn't I invite you?
you?
I thought
Why
y'all
would I?
was doing something together. I ain't
No,
know.
It's
Thank you.
not.
That's what I'm
this is a
saying.
group
Why would
trip.
I think that?
She
This is a
Okay, as
whole
long as y'all on one side of the boat, we on the other, we good. We good.
look. According to Hubducer, you probably still gonna hear me anyway. So I mean, you can be fine.
gonna travel through the vents.
um,
Gonna travel through the vents.
so Chase, you just move the transition over to the next one. We got one more story to go over. I think you posted. I'm not sure who posted it, but we were talking about we're talking about emotional incest. Now, I was not familiar with this term. I didn't know what this meant until you guys elaborated for me and broke it down in different ways. But for those who are not initiated, please, by all means, explain to our audience what emotional incest is.
Shout out to Cheesy because she be sending out the
She
vids.
be sending
She be
out
sending out
everything.
some good topics and stuff, and we appreciate it greatly.
We do.
So we are getting 2 topics out of this one video that she has sent over, but basically, just so it has a smoother transition for the next topic afterwards, is we're talking about there's a video where a woman was talking about how she was over her friend's house, and her friend, she has a son, and the son is dating this woman who has 2 children, but this woman is a working nurse in school. She's, working in the medical field. Before he met her, he wasn't really doing nothing for his life. He was just working for him. We all had the working for me. I'm working to pay a bill, to eat lunch, and to have gas in my car. I'm working for me, not working to achieve something. And she said, like, when he met this woman, she started, like, she gave him the motivation, and he wanted to do better with his life. So he's gotten a better job, gotten a better position, has gotten higher in pay. And he went to his mother during, like, kind of like a get together.
Well, I'm on my show right now. I'm on my show right now. All right.
Oh,
He's
Go
back.
back up.
what happened?
Computer
He's
crash.
joining it now. He's getting it together now. Oh, okay. They're in the wrong spots, but it's okay. The names are in
Hold
the wrong
on.
spots, but okay.
It's not that because my camera. There we go.
What'd you say?
We can't hear you, sir.
Speak louder. He's speaking faint.
I said my
Guys, bear
camera.
with us out there. Just a little technical difficulties.
Yep.
Getting them
Okay,
all together.
so it looks
Hello,
like we're
hello. Yeah,
we're
yeah.
back. It looks like we're good. Okay. So, anyways, what I was saying is when a parent is displaying attachment, emotionally romantic attachment to their child, pretty much, you'll mostly find it. I would say more so in single mothers, but sometimes you'll find it in women who are married too, when it comes to their sons. And they're like, you're not supposed to be with her, and why would you do that with her? You're supposed to choose me. I'm his top priority. I'm the woman in his life. Like, that type of attachment can be scary because you're replacing, or for whatever reason, putting a romantic attachment to your child. Like,
Mhm.
no woman is ever good enough, and the only woman that's good enough is the woman that I choose and I pick for you, that I think is right. And I shouldn't get treated like this. You can't leave me alone. Why are you moving out? You don't have to leave. These are things that are displayed a lot in a weird way. I I even found, like, when what was it? When there's a thing where, like, I don't know what type of branch off of religion this is, so I'm not gonna say, but when men have their daughters devote their virginity to them, like, it's a weird attachment. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like you're gonna keep yourself sacred and safe until the day that I pass you on to another man, like, kind of thing. Like I put, like, I almost kind of have that whatever to you in that way too. It's just weird. It's a weird concept, and I feel like some people don't realize that they're having it. Like, there's a show, Mama's Boy, right? All those women, like, on that show is displaying it severely,
Mm.
of like, I can't let my son go. He's got to stay here with me. There was a mother on there that, like, he found a good girl. They got an apartment together. He gave her a key to the apartment. Why, I don't know. And she would bust in whenever she wanted, would
Oh no.
clean, saying, "Oh, it was so messy." It wasn't messy. It just wasn't up to her living standards. And she would come in there and clean, go grocery shopping, buy him all his favorite foods, come drop the food off, stock the fridge, and all this other stuff. And then when the girlfriend brought concerns to him about it, she's like, "Why are you kicking me out? I'm his mother. I should be able to come over and do this stuff." And then he said, "Well, I'm going to move to California with her because I want to pursue my, modeling career." She goes, "But what am I going to do? Why would you leave me?" And it's like, you're supposed to let them birds out the nest and let them fly. Why you have such a strong attachment to your child, like as if that's your man? It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Plus, last year actually, there was a viral video that was going around. A black mother was talking about her son dating women, and the girl called the son's phone. The mother answered the phone, and the girl was like, "Hello, who's this?" She goes, "Little girl, who is this? Why are you calling this? Why are you calling his phone? I'm his woman, his life. Why are you calling his phone? Like, who are you? You don't even know who this is. Why are you competing with a 16-year-old girl
I'm
right
just,
now?"
I'm just saying, don't forget about the whole the YouTuber who came out talking about how his mom taught him how to please a woman.
Oh, no,
Yes,
that was Jim Jones.
Oh, Jim
that was
Jones.
Jim
Jim
Jones,
Jones.
thank
That was
Yeah.
Jim Jones. Yeah.
Oof. Shit.
I mean, honestly, I can't speak to where it stems from because I've never had that type of connection with my parents. I don't have that type of connection with my kids. I don't like it's like it's not a connection but attachment. I don't have that attachment and my parents never had that attachment. So I don't know what it stems from. I just know that it is definitely unhealthy. I mean, it's unhealthy
Mhm.
for the development of your kid. It's unhealthy for them to be able to develop and maintain healthy relationships and attachments themselves. And you know what I'm saying? It's like all you're doing is setting your kid up for failure. And it could lead for resentment between you and your child. You know what I'm saying? Because if say for instance, right? If you have a son or a daughter, Trey, for example, if you had a daughter and you know you of course no man ever thinks that any man is good enough to date their daughter, but you're literally saying, I'm the man in your life, I'm the one that you need to to be focused on right now. That right there to me is just it's not something that's healthy. Like you are literally restricting this child in every single way from developing healthy attachments. And I'm sorry, y'all, give me 1 second.
Yeah, but I think when you have to deal with a mother who is doing that, like, this is my son, he's not good enough for you. He'll never be your thing. He'll never be your whatever. Like, I always think that's like the weirdest thing ever, for you to dictate who your son dates, not off of her character and her personality, but just off of the fact that he's dating another woman. Like, I think that's so weird. Like, but then you go, where are my grandchildren? I can't have them, ho, because you, oh, I mean, I don't call nobody mama ho, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
I
would
can't
in that
have
case.
them because you literally are trying to make it impossible for me to even date a woman that I want. And you make it, and what I don't get is what you don't realize, you are hurting the relationship between you and your child because of
I,
how much you are fighting against them being with the person they want to be with. And who's
Hmm.
to say, maybe they'll realize it on their own that what you're seeing, like, I think we've all been with people or talked to people that our parents are like, get them out their life. I could tell right now that person's a snake. And we're like, no, ma, dad, they cool. What's wrong with you? But then because they kept pushing and pushing, we stayed longer and longer. And then when they finally backed off, that's when we finally seen it. It was like, oh, you know what? They might not be the greatest person. So why keep forcing
mhm.
your opinion or your viewership of another person in your child's life, knowing that it could hinder the relationship between you two, and all you're doing is forcing them in their arms even
Because
more.
I think
because
what parents fail to realize, I'm sorry, babe, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I think what parents fail to realize is that our job is to guide our children. We're supposed to provide guidance. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to hinder them from developing relationships. We're not supposed to stop them from being able to identify toxicity in their relationships. We're not supposed to do stuff like that. Like we're not supposed to form unhealthy attachments. So what we do as parents, we can be like, I don't like that. I don't like the way that person moves. You should probably watch out for them, and then you move out the way and you let your child form their own opinions. Like even with the situation with the other parents in your child's lives or whatever, if you and the other person are no longer together, you let them form their own opinion of the other parent. You don't guide their opinions on anything. It's like, hey, you know I don't particularly like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't particularly think that that's a good friendship for you. However, it's something for you to find out on your own. I don't think this is a good relationship for you, but this is something for you to find out on your own. And then once we get to that point where you say, you know what, mom, dad, you right, I don't like the way this person moves either, then that's when we can step back in and help guide you through removing yourself from that situation. That's it. That's literally it. Especially when you have adult children. I mean, I don't have adults yet. I got teenagers, but it's like I'm prepping myself for the let go, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to do as a parent, but you still have to prep yourself for it.
Yeah, and even
People.
more going further into the story when she's talking about, oh, she has children already, she already has a family set up, why are you getting yourself involved? The woman who was telling the story even said, you guys are talking about people on a podcast and how these dudes get on a podcast talking like this and saying, why do they think like that? And it's like, they got mamas at home who think like this, you know? And what's crazier is they got mamas at home who got children by multiple men. Now, I don't think it's a bad thing that you have children by multiple men. That's not the issue. The issue is that you could be talking about this on a podcast like you ain't talking about your own daggone mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the issue. That's the big problem. And no one should ever be condemned or shamed for dating someone with children. If you realize that this person is a package, and you realize that this person has little other humans that come with them, crotch fruit, if you will, and that comes with them, then you need to understand that and unpack that and really get it deep in your head. Like I've told y'all many a times, if I date a man with kids, I don't give a fuck about them kids. Okay. I care about you as a person. I care about the fact that you have children and that you're there taking care of your kid. If I know you have kids and you ain't doing shit with them, I don't want to talk to you. Because why? You're a shit ass father. I don't think so. But if you're very active in your child's life and you're there, I don't care about your kids until it's time for me to care about them. And you may say, oh, that's really fucked up. Why wouldn't you care about the kid? Who am I to care about them? Who am I to care about them? Now, if it's Christmas, if it's their birthday, I'll give them a little Tonka toy, little something, slide it in there, slide it underneath the tree a little bit. You even gotta say it's from me. It's from you. You know what I'm saying?
Toy.
But until there's a comfortability level where I've reached a person where I'm talking to someone and you know they feel comfortable enough with me meeting their kids, I feel comfortable meeting their kids, I'm your homie. I'm not even your girlfriend, fam. I'm your homie. And then later on, we can say, oh, yeah, we ended up starting a date. Like, we kind of just liked each other like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be ripped out of your child's life because they going to fall in love with me. It's me. You know, I've been an aunt since 6. I've been bred for this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. You feel me? So I'm not going to upset your child's life at all. And I'm not also gonna look at you kind of like you're dirty because you got kids. If you come with baggage, it is what it is. But you shouldn't tell people you're crazy to be dating a person with kids.
Oh,
Especially the
disclaimer. Can we not
motherfucker
say
got
that
one.
people with kids have baggage? Can we not
Especially
say that?
what have baggage?
I said, can we not? I said, disclaimer. Can we not say that the kids are baggage? Can we not? Let's not do that.
No,
I will
they're not
say
baggage.
they're not baggage, but I will say they come with baggage in some form. So either
Everybody comes with baggage.
if you have not the greatest co-parenting situation, that's baggage that comes with that. Your children aren't that, but that it comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they have like if your family system isn't the greatest, excluding the kids, excluding the child's father, like just your family system, like your mom, dad, whoever, that's baggage that comes with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though they are a living, breathing part of you, that's baggage that comes with that. There's other things that come with it. Even if you don't got kids, it's a
I was
baggage.
about to say, because
Yeah.
there's people who
Like,
don't
that's
have
what I'm
kids
saying.
that got
Who
that type
don't
of
have, even if
baggage.
you don't got kids,
So
that it's still baggage that comes with that. So we just need to stop telling people how to live their life unless you see something is dangerous. If you see something
yeah,
dangerous, then of course, yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
So just in bouncing off the comments that Haunter just made for someone with
I
4
was just
kids,
about to read that too.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I only date women with kids, and also he said I tried women who didn't, and it always comes to a point when they got tired of my kids taking up more personal time from her. So as a single father, as a co-parent, because me and my son's mother are not together, and it's been like that since he was 2. That has been an issue that I've run into myself. Like when little Trey became a priority, it became an issue in some cases, not all, because I want no exes sliding my DMs talking about what the fuck you talking about. Shut the
Oh
fuck
no.
up. Anyway, but to go
You
back to
always
what
think the last
Chase
smoke
was saying, to go back to what Chase was saying, That shows me how different it is on you guys' side as far as dating with kids and our guys' side as far as dating kids. Because we can't afford to not give a fuck about your kids. We can't afford to sit there and say, I'm not giving them any energy until things get serious. No, we got to show up, and we got to show up up front. We got to show
Mhm.
we have a concern and care and concern about
Mm-hmm.
those children up front. We
Uh-huh.
go on a date. Those Reddit instances where you hear the girl saying, I need to take home a plate for my kids. Sometimes we got to bite that bullet and buy the extra plate because we want to show, we got to show our
Mhm.
worth
Hey,
Mhm.
in a
so
lot of
hold
different
on. When it
cases.
comes to
So,
that plate, though, your kid don't need that surf and turf.
oh no, they
Thank
getting
you.
chicken nuggets.
They getting the
They don't
kids.
need
They
that. They
getting little
about
mac
getting
and
the
cheese
kids
and,
I will buy
and some
two
chicken
Happy Meals and
tendies.
y'all go about your business. That's
Mac
me.
and
But
cheese and chicken tendies.
There
So
you
there
go.
here's
you
the
go.
thing.
There you go.
I think that is looking at it from a woman's perspective. I think it depends on the person because even when I was dating, I still cared about your kid. You know what I mean? Like I not necessarily to the point where it's like, you know, I'm involving myself in your day to day, but
Mhm.
it's like I'm understanding of the fact that you got to do stuff for your child. You
Yes.
make sure your child is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like babysitters got to be arranged. All that time. Like I understood that because I was a single parent myself. You know what I mean? So it's just like I got the fact that you know things have to be in place before you can actually like be an adult outside of
Mhm.
being a parent
Mhm.
because as a single parent being a parent comes first and then
Mhm.
the dating starts so
Yes.
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I guess it depends on everybody's perspective, but I get what Chase is saying as far as not being involved and not caring, not necessarily not caring, but just not being
Well, I
involved.
care about your kid. Like I care about their existence, but
Right.
I'm saying like,
Just not being
like
involved,
your
I think
kid
is
is
what you're
not
saying.
my like how to put it in a better politely way. Your child is not my responsibility.
That wasn't better.
I have no like
No
nothing.
ties. There are
Like I
times
have no
there are no
ties to your
ties.
kid. So your
I don't give a
child
fuck
is
about them damn kids.
I don't care about your kids. Like you know what
Listen,
I'm saying?
listen,
I don't
listen.
and
James
I
is the
don't.
The
But
epitome.
only
I'm
James
saying
is
only
the
is
kids
epitome
I'm
of
worried about the
fucking
ones
people
that
right now.
still,
listen, if people
Not
would
smooth.
that,
choose to say fuck
I'm
your kids,
sorry.
I can say I don't
Continue.
give a fuck about your kids. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't. It's one of those things where I dated a person,
No,
as we all know. I dated a person with a child. And I was just like, hey, how you doing? How's he doing? Oh, he's sick. Maybe try something, something, something. Or did you blah 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 blah? Oh, have you seen them this weekend? Oh, well, when's the last time you see him?
no, but
Oh, like things
I
like
remember.
that of like that's when I'm saying like I care about the fact that you have a little human that came out your nutsack or ovary. Like I'm happy about that. Like that's something that's a greater part of you. Like you know what I'm saying? But as fact of like, do I care about like what's going on with your kid on a daily? No, I personally do. I do not because I haven't gotten there with you. I haven't even gotten there to care about you on a daily basis yet. So I'm gonna get to the point
So
of
what you're
caring about
doing
Oh
is
your kid
giving
god.
on a
us an
daily
example of
basis.
your inside thoughts about their kids. It's not something you would tell that
It's
person.
not. It's not
Obviously,
something.
it's
No,
not something I
because
want to tell about a person.
I was
Yeah.
about to say because I remember the person that we're talking about, and I know how involved you were. Like you weren't necessarily like hands-on involved, but it was like, hey, did you do X, Y, and Z? Did you do blah blah blah? And it was that right there to me is something that I would do as a parent myself. You know, I'm like, well, did you, spend time with your kid? Did you pick your kid up today? How's blah blah blah? How's your child doing? Whatever, whatever. So
Uh-huh.
those little things to me, that's still saying that you
You care.
care about the kids. So it's not necessarily
Yeah.
fucking the kids. It's, like I'm just not particularly involved in your child's life. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much where it is.
And
And
the
I
reason why I say is because there was a baby created afterwards.
right.
So that's why I'm definitely not like it's one of those things where like I'll be there and I'll be a part of it as much as I possibly can. But until I feel comfortable, because we have to get to a place where we're comfortable to even say we're in a relationship. And
Facts.
that's gonna take some time. And then for us to get deeper into that relationship to feel comfortable for there to even be an introduction to your child, that's gonna take some time. For me
Right.
to develop a connection with your child through our short random bursts of interactions, that's gonna take some time. So if
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it at a roundabout timeline, depending on
Mm-hmm.
how fast or slow you're moving, I'm not really engrossed and involved in your child's life to probably like a year and a half later. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Because I want to make sure that I'm here. I'm just hanging around and dating. No, because if I'm talking to you and it's only been like 2 months and you're like, "Whoa, here's my kid," red flag, gotta go. Why are
yeah.
you so quick to throw your kid
Just
in my
like
face?
just like there's a 90-day rule for sex, there's about 120 to 180-day rule before you even meet my kids.
I don't, and I'm the type of person where if you have a child with another person, I'm gonna want to meet the person. I want to meet their mother. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be around their child. but this is how I see it. I'm gonna be around their child.
Listen.
I don't want. And
Depending on the baby
if you're gonna be heavily
Depending on that
engrossed,
parent, you
but I'm
don't
just
want to
saying,
meet that.
yeah, depending on the parent. But I'm saying because of how heavily engrossed I'm gonna be in your
What's up, AG?
ex's life, I want to make sure that you feel comfortable about me being around your kid. Now, if we have a disgruntled or we have some type of feelings and you don't like me being around your child, I have no problem saying, you know what? Maybe this isn't the right time for us to do this. Let's revisit this in a couple of months or so. Because who am I to argue? I'm not going to argue about that. If you don't feel are you comfortable with me being around your kid? I'm not going to be like, well, I should be around your kid. Why are you pushing up on trying to be around my kid, fam? Like that to me would make me feel weird. No. Okay, cool. Let's revisit this in a couple of months.
But see, that's only if you're dealing with emotional, mature people.
Yes,
everyone is on that level.
Only if, yes, that's what I'm saying. If there's a circumstance where you got a crazy behind baby mama, baby daddy, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't do psychos, and I watch enough Lifetime to know I gotta go.
Yeah. So as far as, in my opinion, as far as dating and the introduction of your kids to your significant other, I don't think you should wait that long. I think if depending on the age of the children, if they're really little kids, then no. But if mommy gonna be spending the night, sometimes you gonna have to explain to somebody, mommy going somewhere for some reason. And in my opinion, it's a reason. It's beneficial to say this is my friend. This is who I'm going to be.
I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that it takes a year and a half for me to finally meet the kid. I'm saying for me to get heavily engrossed with the kid's life. That's what I was trying to say.
I wasn't this. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to make this point real quick. So here's the thing. So when I had to spend the night out, I spent the night after my children already went to sleep. I mean, I was there for the entire, like we talked about bath time. We talking about dinner time, bath time, homework time. I was there for every single part of it. And then when they went to bed, I was out. And when they woke up in the morning, I was back at home. So
majority of times.
So
outside of those times where just shut up. Okay. Go ahead.
I just think so. What I was trying to say is that I think it shouldn't be such a drawn out period of time before you meet somebody's children. I think you should, but that's also at my big old age of 38. Happy birthday, me. Still my birthday month. I don't care. Anyway, but you shouldn't take that long to introduce your children. You should look. We're dating for a purpose. We're dating for a reason. We eventually need to cohabitate. We got to cross families. We got to introduce people. So I'm not saying you start fucking Monday and you introduce your kids Tuesday, but it shouldn't be no 90-day fucking rule for meeting your kids. Bitch, you got kids, nigga, you got kids. Let's have a kid date and see how our kids interact, because when you clash those two families together, you don't know what's going to happen. So some things, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, they should be along the fast track as opposed to waiting for everything else. But
I'm sorry. I was going to say the only reason why I say don't fast track it is because, again, like you said, you have to meld these two families. Everybody has to be cohesive. And what I don't want is to meld my children with somebody who may not be around.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that we can continue this very topic inside our Discord. We will be, guys, if you can, come on over to our Kinkazoid Discord. We're going to continue this conversation for a little bit of time, and that way we can see what your opinions are about it. But everybody here, let them know where they can find you.
It's your boy Dragon.
You can find me on TikTok, IG, and Twitter as Royal_KP, because branding is a thing.
It's your boy Dragon Shows, aka Hub Deucer. You can catch me here. You can actually Tuesday night at 9 p.m. for a snack and flick.
Yeah, on Tuesdays.
Proper time.
About 9 o'clock.
Hold up. I got this. I got it. For the proper moment, the proper time. There you go.
The proper show at the proper time. Sorry.
Okay.
You can find me on TikTok at Chase Inc. That's CHAYESINC. You can find me on what is it called? Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. And my backup page on TikTok at Candy Taste Tweet. All together, all spelled correctly.
And of course, it's your boy Trey Proper from all platforms. You can catch me on Snack and Flick. You can catch me on Blurs and Whiskey. You can catch me right here on Kinkazoid. But otherwise, Google me, bitch. See y'all later.
Good night, y'all.
Oh yeah, you gotta be.